Oh no, Bitcoin has broken the 200-day moving average. And you know what that means? That's everybody's magical line of when Bitcoin is supposed to go and flip bearish, and that officially the bear market has restarted. But of course, it's not that simple. And in fact, there has been a lot of logic as to why we should have some kind of cool off after this magical run up here from essentially 15K up to 31, 32K. And then we had this incredible explosion of news around BlackRock. We've had pretty much just a ton of positive catalysts from the banking crisis, BlackRock news, the ETF possibility, and, you know, in general, the year before the halving is not supposed to be the explosive year. This is exactly what happened in 2019, almost precisely what happened in 2019, which is the corollary year, the year before the last halving. So if I had a time machine and I could go back and scoop up all of these coins as we went into bearish territory in 2019, before the halving, before the cycle, oh my me, we'd be this whole video would be shot in a private palace on my own private island in my own private galaxy. That's how rich I would be. So I mean, to me, it's just one of those things where I just wish I had taken more advantage of these tumbles in the pre-cycle moments. Again, who knows? Maybe this time is different. Maybe there's no cycle. Maybe I'm just imagining this. Maybe we're all having some collective delusion here. But if this is anything like it was before, this is absolutely the time that DCA mode is going to be at its strongest. So am I hoping for cheap coins? Absolutely. Am I scared by the bearish trend on Bitcoin? No, this is why I have been waiting to deploy coins. This is why I've been going slow and steady, and why the turtle wins this race, or more importantly, the opportunistic turtle, because you don't want to be too slow, but you definitely want to make sure you have that firepower ready for when the market turns. Now, my hot take is that I do think things will really get started before the halving this time, but that's still almost a year away, or not a year away, that's in April. So what's happening right now? And is Bitcoin fully into a bear market? Well, it's just been like a day or so since this massive leverage cascade. Was it BlackRock? Was it whales? Was it just the nature of the markets? In the end, it's what happened. The liquidation cascade took place, and we got a couple $1,000s of volatility on Bitcoin. Now, I was talking to some trader buddies, Crown in particular, and he was saying if we don't get a bounce back up above, there's some level that we're below right now. I think it was 27,000 for the weekly close here on Sunday night, that he's expecting a little bit more downside, but that will hover in the 20s. I've been saying for a very long time that no matter what happens in this market, my slow and steady accumulation is what I'm planning on doing, scheduling buys out for a very long period of time. And that's just my plan. I'm gonna stick to my plan. And that plan is, of course, based around the idea that lower prices might come. Because if you thought it was only higher prices, you thought we were already at the lowest possible price for you to buy, then it would make no sense not to just chunk all your money in. Right? But the DCA strategy, or the slow, steady accumulation strategy, implies that there's a possibility or even a probability that things will be volatile to the downside, that you'll have the chance to buy dips. Now, remember, when the banking crisis took place, I said, hey, look, this is a different mode that we've seen from the macro in a while. Now, of course, the Fed has resumed being very hawkish since, and the last Fed minutes were incredibly hawkish. However, I'm a big believer that once these sort of recession moments kick in and there are crashes, that it triggers the need to effectively print money. I mean, we've just seen that is the fix for pretty much all of the woes of the economy, and eventually the political will be there for the Fed to step in and do something. I just can't imagine that it doesn't happen, and that's just been the way it's gone for like over 100 years now. So I'm a very big fan, or not over 100 years, but several decades. I'm a big fan of the notion that you know what's coming, you know that the onslaught of money is going to be printed, so keeping accumulating is the way to go forward. Now, today's episode, a little bit lighter touch. Obviously, I just wanted to touch in on the 200-day moving average, this whole Bitcoin in a bear market thing. I'm not a big believer that we know at all what the bear market's like. In fact, I tweeted yesterday that there are several coins that are showing incredible strength, up 5, 10, 20. I mean, I think Roll Bitcoin, and I'm not saying to buy Roll Bitcoin, I'm just saying that coin's up like 100x from the earlier this year. There are so many coins that are doing the types of gains that are separating from the market. One, they're on their own sort of trajectories. Two, I've just seen this before. And once I started seeing this happen in 2020 with DeFi coins going 30, 40, 50x, I was like, hey, this has not happened in a few years. And that's the way I feel about some of the coins and their behaviors, their price action over the last few weeks, is that you just haven't, this stuff doesn't happen in the strong bear. There's a risk appetite. There's an appetite for new projects, for stuff besides a flight to safety in Bitcoin. There's an appetite for new crypto stuff, for new development, for new activity. And there's a belief by the people in the industry that certain projects hold value and are worth betting on hard. And that hasn't been the case for quite a while. And so that risk appetite leaves and comes back cyclically in crypto. And that's what I think is really important, is that although Bitcoin flushed over the last few days, we saw a lot of alts actually move up against their Bitcoin pairs. Now, if people were running scared from the industry and this was just a big washout and no one was really betting, that's not the way it would be. Those alts would be hurt even worse. People would be betting up the alts and then just dumping them aggressively when Bitcoin dumps, even more than when Bitcoin dumps. And so I highly encourage you guys to pay attention to some novel behaviors here. And I think this industry is just worth, I'm personally, my strategy, I'm going to be accumulating. I think that it's the time to start looking at, effectively getting as much of these coins as I can before the halving, before the next run. Again, I could be an insane person, but this is my strategy. This is what I'm going to stick to. I encourage you to figure out your own. Once again, the reception on yesterday's video was just really special. You guys are absolutely amazing. I know that I was gone for a while and I explained exactly why, but hearing the way that you guys were so excited for me to come back, just the overwhelming flood of positivity, like that gets me going, guys. And I just can't say thank you on a deep enough level. So really, thank you. Keep your eyes on this industry. I'm going to be bringing you as much content, even when I don't have a huge video. Like today, I'll make a casual video and I'll try to just keep the content going. Again, I want to build this up and build the connection here, do my best work I've ever done here in my soon to be 6 years on YouTube. I know it's crazy to say. As always, EllioTrades here. Check out the video yesterday. It was sponsored by NordVPN and their new program, their new threat protection service. Check it out. There's a discount you can get by signing up. It's a pretty significant discount. And if you sign up with that link, it really helps the channel out. And I really highly recommend you do it for yourself anyway, because protecting your data in crypto is becoming an absolute must. So please do that. Shout out to Nord for partnering with the channel. The link for that is below as well. And yeah, I hope to see you guys every single day. I hope I can get a video out every single day. And even when I can't, I'll try to get something out, some shorts. I'll be working to try to just keep the content going. Once again, you guys rock. Yesterday's reception gave me the most unbelievable dose of energy. So let's keep the party going. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.